Have you ever felt like time wasn't moving? Like you were stuck in a loop, trapped in a place that refused to let you go? What if I told you there's a staircase out there? One that no one has ever reached the top of. Because once you step on, you never stop climbing. Let me tell you a story. This started as a dare. We had heard the urban legend about an old, abandoned building on the outskirts of town. Inside, hidden behind a locked door, was a staircase unlike any other. Supposedly, no one who climbed it ever reached the top. People claimed they would ascend for hours, for days, yet never find an exit. Some even said time itself stopped on those steps. We laughed it off. But deep down, something about it unsettled me. Maybe it was the fact that every person who claimed to have climbed it never remembered how they got down. Maybe it was the rumor that one boy went up years ago and never came back. That night, fueled by adrenaline and peer pressure, I found myself standing before that very staircase. I hesitated at the base of the stairs, my friends egging me on. Go on. Prove it's just a dumb story. So I did. The first few steps felt normal. Old wooden, creaky. I kept climbing, expecting to see a door, a landing, something at the top. But after 5 minutes, then 10, then 30, the stairs just kept going. The air grew colder, heavier. My legs burned, yet no end was in sight. I glanced back, expecting to see my friends. But the bottom was gone. All I saw behind me was more stairs. No entrance, no floor. Just an endless descent into blackness. Panic clawed at my chest. I turned and ran down. 1 flight, 2, 3. But no matter how far I ran, I never reached the bottom. I screamed. No one answered. My phone had no signal. My watch had stopped. Hours passed, or maybe minutes. I couldn't tell anymore. I kept climbing, kept hoping that somewhere there had to be an end. But the higher I went, the darker it got. My breathing turned ragged. My vision blurred. And then, I saw something up ahead. A figure, standing motionless on the steps above me. Its head was tilted unnaturally to the side, its body shrouded in shadow. My breath hitched. I blinked. It was closer. I stumbled back. The figure didn't move, but every time I looked away, it inched closer. I turned to run again, but my legs were too weak. I could barely stand. That's when I realized the worst part. It wasn't getting closer. I was the one moving toward it. My vision blurred. My body felt lighter, like I was no longer in control. And just before the darkness swallowed me whole, I heard a whisper in my ear. Keep climbing. They say no one ever reaches the top. But I think the truth is much worse. No one leaves. If you ever find a staircase that feels wrong, don't climb it. And whatever you do, don't look away. If this story gave you chills, imagine what else is lurking where you least expect. Subscribe now, before it finds you next.